Hello students, welcome to SJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Here myself Mr. Jaiswal Kishan from Civil Engineering Department, and we are learning all about earthquake engineering. So let's start our today's session. So in today's session, let's proceed with the example. A 5-story building has a size of 30 meter cross 30 meter. It is located in Bhuj and resting on hard soil. The weight of floors and height of the floors are 2000 kN, 2500 kN, 2500 kN, 2500 kN and 2100 kN, and 4.5 meter, 3.5 meter, 3.5 meter, 3.5 meter and 3.5 meter respectively. So now we need to understand what is given. So here it is a 5-story building having 30 cross 30 meter dimension. So here directly day is not given, directly the size of the floor is given. It is one side 30 meter and other side is also 30 meter. It is located in Bhuj, resting on hard soil. Now weight of floors and its height. So these are the weights and a respective height of the floors. Now from slab 1. So mark this word that from slab 1 from bottom. So this is my slab number 1 which is at bottom. So slab number 1 is of 2000 kN and its height is 4.5 meter. Then it is 2500 which height is 3.5 meter. Then 2500 then 3.5, 2500 then 3.5 and 2100 then 3.5. I will be showing you what it is. And assuming the building has a special moment resisting frame, also an office building, calculate shear forces acting at each slab level by equivalent lateral force method. Now look, I have highlighted what is given and I have converted the data into this form. Look, as I have said this, now design parameters, as I said, 30 meter and 30 meter is given common. Equivalent lateral force method or say seismic coefficient method which we are using same. Now in the previous two sessions we have done the sums in which weight was not given, or say we were doing the calculation for weight with the finding out dead load, live load separately for roof as well as for the floors, and then at last lumped mass we were calculating. But right now here the weight of the typical floor is directly given, so we did not need to calculate that, it's a directly given. So this is my slab number 1 which is of 2000 kN and height of 4.5. Then slab number 2 is this, slab number 3, slab number 4 and slab number 5. So there are 5-story buildings of 5 slab and its respective height. Now there are 5 stories, so total summing up all the 5 loads of weight, as usual we were doing in the previous step that we were having the, if it is a 5-story building, so 4 floors and 1 roof. So here it is also same, 4 floors and 1 roof. So summing up I will be getting my W value directly which is weight, and the total height of the building is nothing but summation of all this. So directly our step number 1, lumped mass is for various level is 11,600 kilonewton, means 11,600 kilonewton load. So we are directly shifting towards the step number 2 which is fundamental natural period TA. So TA is equals to 0.09 h upon root d. So what is my d? So here the direction of the earthquake is not given, but we don't require because both the dimension is 30 meter and 30 meter. So any of the direction we can assume. So the value of the d will be same as 30. Height of the building is 18.5 meter. So after calculating it, my TA value is 0.304 seconds. So this was a formula which was given in IS 1893 page number 21, clause number 7.6.2. Next is design seismic base shear VB. So VB is nothing but AH into W. AH equals to Z by 2 multiplied by I by R into SA by G. Z is my zone, since Bhuj is situated in zone number 5, as we have seen in the previous session, I is importance factor, R is for reduction factor, SA by G is it depends on time period and type of soil. So let's find out one by one. So next is zone factor. So as it is situated in Bhuj, so its zone factor is 5. So how you can find out? You can find out on page number 36, annexure E, the list of cities, its various zones and its factor has been mentioned. So from there we have found out that Bhuj is situated in zone 5, and for zone 5 what will be the factor? It is given on this clause 6.4.2, which is page number 10 and table number 3. So for zone 5 it is 0.36. So this is my zone factor value, z equals to 0.36. So next is I. Now here in our example it has been written that it is an office building. Fine. It has been 5 story. Okay. So how we can get to know that how many number of people are there, or how many number of persons will be using the building? Because why we need to know this, that here you can see this, the factor. Now as it is a commercial building, it is not more important like as this schools or say hospitals or say government building. So it is apart from the list which is given in this table 8, the office building is apart from this. So we need to take either 1.2 value or 1 value. So how we get to know to take 1.2 value or as a 1 value? So if in question it mentioned that number of people are using this building is, let's say 500 or say 600, so it is more than 200, because in the clause it has been mentioned that with occupancy more than 200 people we can use 1.2 importance factor value, and if it is less than 200 people, so it is 1 importance factor. So right now it is not given, but as it is 5-story building and of 30 cross 30 floor width, so I have assumed that number of people will be more than 200. So you can assume more than 200 also, you can assume less than 200, it all totally depends on you. So right now I assumed as more than 200 people will be using this building, so my importance factor will be coming out to be 1.2. So my I is 1.2. Next is response reduction factor, R. So SMRF building, so the value for R is nothing but 5.0. So R is 5. So it is given in IS 1893, table number 9, page number 20 and clause 7.2.6. So we have found out Z, I, R. Now we will be proceeding toward SA by G. So look, with the help of TA and type of soil, we can find out average response acceleration coefficient, which is SA by G. So it is coming out 0.304. So for hard and rocky type of soil, 0.304 is coming out to be dense criteria from 0 to 0.40 second. Our is 0.3 something, so which is coming out to be in this zone or say this limit. So our value for SA by G is nothing but 2.5. With the help of this, all the terms, AH can be directly found out equals to Z is 0.36 divided by 2 multiplied by R by Z by 2 I by R. So I is 1.2 and R is 5 multiplied by SA by G is 2.5. So after solving it, I am getting 0.108. So VB equals to AH into W. So W is already given, we have just summed up. So it is coming out to be 11,600 kilonewton multiplied by this value of AH. So VB is coming out to be 1252.80 kilonewton. Now this VB we will be distributing its along the height. So vertical distribution of base shear. So this is our major equation which is given on clause 7.6.3 page number 21-23. Now here in this equation our major component is weight and height. So now here in the table the flow level 54321, its respective weight. Now here you have to note that in the question itself it is given that slab number 1 is at the bottom. So its weight is 2000, and then 2500, 2500, 2500 and 2100. Slab number 1 height is 4.5, then sum of 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. So this data after putting it, we will be finding out Wi into Hi the whole square. So Wi is 2100 multiplied by 18.5 the whole square. I will be getting this value, and remaining you can find out. So this is the summation of Wi Hi the whole square, and then as per requirement, Wi into Hi the whole square divided by summation of this. So this 718725 divided by 1812350. I will be getting 0.397, and the remaining you can find out. And at last, multiplying this all value with the VB, I will be getting my value of Qi. And after summing up, it should be similar as to be VB. VA is my shear force, so at the top it is same, and then it will be adding up, means 496.82 plus 388.83, I will be getting 885.66. Then this plus this I will be getting this, and this plus this I will be getting this, and then so on. So this is my last VA. So after that we will be drawing the diagram. So here are the curve of the lateral load diagram. This is a shear diagram. So as it is summed up at the bottom, it will be increasing at the bottom, and as the force will be in an increasing manner somewhat. So here it is the diagram for lateral load. So let's find out what we did. Let's have a quick revision. So we have found out total weight. Just sum up in the question itself. The weight was given. Then we have found out natural time period, then design seismic base shear, then we have distributed along the height, and then lastly diagram. So this was our example. These were our basic steps. At last the table, and then the diagram.